to more information that is now being added to this Nepalese aircraft that lost contact with the nearly 22 passengers on board. This is the Tara Air aircraft en route Jomsom plane carrying 19 passengers, which included 4 Japanese nationals on board. There has been a statement that is being released by the Nepalese Home Ministry suggesting that there have been private choppers and choppers from the army that has been deployed on a mission. There through your screens you can see the distance exactly where it has to travel. It is said to be a very short flight, around 20 to 25 minutes, but from a very difficult terrain. It's a mountainous terrain, and people also often go there for a hike, but it is also a destination for the pilgrims there with the Mukti temple, just where the Prime Minister was there a few days back. Wing Commander Praful Bakshi sir is with us on the phone line. Sir, good afternoon to you. But are we anticipating a crash in this case, a twin-engine aircraft carrying nearly 22 passengers on board?
It is highly possible that the plane would have gone down, because it was a short flight. It took off at about 9 o'clock in the morning. It is 4 hours since the flight, so very clearly it is entirely possible. The important thing is to have search and rescue operations right now, starting now, with helicopters, because this is a densely forested area. It's a hilly area, so naturally it is important to look for the passengers. There are 4 Indians there. There are 3 Japanese is what I'm hearing. The others are from the Nepalese, Nepalese. So it's important to immediately find out where the plane exactly is.
Right, sir, because when it comes to the flight operations there, sir, there has been a certain question that is also being raised on the airline and the aircraft that it uses. But, sir, it is said to be a hilly and a mountainous terrain there, which becomes all the more difficult to operate flights.
Well, it doesn't matter what the terrain is, because you're going to fly in the air. But it's important to, when it comes to search and rescue, if it's in a difficult area which is hilly and which is forested, to find the plane would be a little more difficult. It is a Tara Airways plane is what I'm hearing.
Right, sir. But, sir, looking at the situation, what is also being said that the weather wasn't so good. It has been raining in the area for the last few days, and despite that, passenger flights, if they were operating, sir, of course, they usually happen as well if it rains or not. But we are looking at a time where could be turbulence. It is still very early to say what may have caused it. It is still not being confirmed if the plane crashed, but this is Nepal's Tara Air flight that has gone missing with 4 Indians on board. Srinjoy, any more additional details? Srinjoy? All right, helicopters that have been deployed to trace the missing plane in Nepal with 22 people on board, including 4 Indian nationals and Japanese nationals as well. They are said to be also pilgrims on board. This place, which is also known famously for its Muktinath temple, helicopters, private helicopters that have been deployed to trace that it should have landed at its destination 25 minutes after takeoff. So it was a very short flight duration, and the missing aircraft which has foreign nationals, that includes Indian citizens and citizens from Japan, where the remaining passengers are Nepalese citizens. Srinjoy, additional details, please.
Yes, that's what we are hearing. It's a Tara airline plane. It's a small plane. It was taking 22 passengers. The crew would be about 3 or 4 of them from in Nepal.
All right, Srinjoy, just interrupting you. Mr. Prem Bahadur is with us on the phone line. Sir, thank you very much for speaking to us here on Times Now. Can you give us details exactly what may have happened?
हेलो
सर, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हेलो,
प्रेम बहादुर जी, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
बोलिए।
हाँ सर, क्या आप हमें और जानकारी दे सकते हैं कि क्या हुआ होगा?
अच्छी तरह से नहीं सुन रहा है।
सब प्लेन को लेकर कोई जानकारी है क्या आपके पास सर?
आज सवेरे 9:55 में पोखरा से जोमसम के लिए गया था ना, 10:07 में वो लोकेशन फाइंड आउट नहीं हुआ। अभी तक हम लोग ढूंढ रहे हैं, खोज तलाश जारी है।
आप कह रहे तलाशी जारी है, कितनी लंबी फ्लाइट होती है सर ये?
खोज तलाश हो रहा है, हम लोग यहाँ रेस्क्यू एंड सर्च सेंटर में है, खोज तलाश हो रहा है
जी।
आर्मी का हेलीकॉप्टर भी गया है, प्राइवेट हेलीकॉप्टर भी गया है, खोज तलाश हो रहा है
जी। कितनी
अभी तक
लंबी
कौन से
फ्लाइट होती है
लोकेशन
सर?
में जी
कितनी लंबी फ्लाइट होती है ये?
जी
पोखरा से जॉमसम कितनी देरी में पहुंचते हैं?
यो कति मिनटको फ्लाइट हो, कति मिनटको फ्लाइट हो भनेको?
प्रेम बहादुर जी, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
17 मिनट का फ्लाइट है।
अच्छा,
17 मिनट।
तो कितने लोग थे प्लेन में?
17 मिनट का फ्लाइट है। हाँ,
कितने पैसेंजर्स थे?
जी 17 मिनट का फ्लाइट है ये, पोखरा से जॉमसम।
जी, पैसेंजर्स कितने थे सर?
पैसेंजर 19 लोग थे, 19 लोग।
19 लोग थे। अच्छा, तो
कैप्टन मिला
तो जॉमसम टावर से भी इनका टच है आपकी? कितनी देरी पर जब फ्लाइट का टेक ऑफ हुआ था तभी प्लेन के साथ सारा कम्युनिकेशन बंद हो गया? टेक ऑफ के समय हुआ क्या ये सर?
अब तीन प्लेन साथ में गया था, एक पहला गया था 10-15 मिनट पहले, उसके बाद में ये गया था 9:55 में, और दूसरा एक गया था, दोनों पहुंच गए, ये नहीं पहुंचा।
अच्छा, बाकी दोनों प्लेन्स पहुंच गए
विमान। जी,
तो क्या ये टेक ऑफ के समय हुआ?
कुछ पता नहीं लग रहा है जी।
क्या ये टेक ऑफ के समय हुआ?
जी, क्या नहीं हुआ?
जब टेक ऑफ कर रहा था प्लेन तभी उसके साथ कांटेक्ट खत्म हुआ था क्या, जब टेक ऑफ किया?
टेकअप होते समय तो दिख रहा था, कांटेक्ट हो रहा था। बाद में जब 9:55 में टेकअप हुआ, 10:07 में उसका लोकेशन आउट हुआ।
जी, तो मौसम के बारे में क्या कहा जा रहा है, क्योंकि वहां बारिश हो रही थी तो?
मौसम तो लगभग क्लियर ही था, दो जहाज तो आगे और पीछे वाला तो गया, ये बीच वाला जहाज है ना, इसका पहले वाला भी जो उड़ा था वो भी पहुंच गया, पीछे वाला जो गया था वो भी पहुंच गया।
अच्छा, मौसम साफ था?
दो प्लेन तो पहले चले गए थे, मौसम तो लगभग क्लियर ही था
जी। तो
अभी हम लोग यहाँ रेस्क्यू एंड सर्च सेंटर से उसका खोज तलाश कर रहे हैं
जी। तो बताया जा रहा है कि प्राइवेट हेलीकॉप्टर्स और आर्मी के भी हेलीकॉप्टर्स को डिप्लॉय किया गया है सर्च में।
आर्मी का हेलीकॉप्टर भी खोज तलाश के लिए गया है, उनको प्राइवेट हेलीकॉप्टर भी वो खोज तलाश के लिए गया है
जी। प्रेम बहादुर जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए। सो दैट इज द नेपाल सिविल एविएशन मिनिस्टर स्पीकिंग एक्सक्लूसिवली टू टाइम्स नाउ, गिविंग आउट द डिटेल्स, saying that there were other aircrafts also operating on the same route. They have reached safely to Jomsom. This is just one particular aircraft. Right after takeoff, it went missing. It lost contact with the tower there, and it couldn't reach Jomsom, where the weather conditions are said to be fine. They were clear at the time of the departure of the plane. 19 passengers that were said to be on board, including Indian nationals and Japanese nationals. They have now launched a search operation with private helicopters and from the army that have now been deployed in this search and rescue mission. It is said to be a mountainous terrain there, and also very popular with the tourists and with the pilgrims there, with the Muktinath temple also being situated in the area. It is a short flight, said to be around 20 to 25 minutes, but it lost contact with the tower right upon its takeoff. There were other flights also operating on the same route. They have, however, reached safely to their destination. There has also been a statement that has been issued by the Nepalese Home Ministry, which they are saying that this plane which had lost contact with the airport tower shortly after takeoff. So we are getting still adding little more details to that, Srinjoy, because Srinjoy is also with us right now, but just with the help of a map, Shivya will help us understand this entire route, how long it exactly takes for this flight to actually go to its destination in Jomsom. Now, Shivya,
yes,
over to you.
Let's have a look at this map and understand the route of this aircraft. So this aircraft was flying from Pokhara, and which is some 200 kilometer northwest of the capital Kathmandu and to Jomsom airport, which is about 80 kilometers to the northwest. So the airport is reported to lost contact at around 9:55 a.m. and what we are learning that it is at the Jomsom airport. The aircraft was seen over the sky of over this area, and after which the aircraft got diverted towards the Mount Dholagiri area, and it is after that the aircraft actually lost the contact.
All right, so through those map and those pictures, you can understand exactly how mountainous terrain it is, really, Shiva, but also you can help us understand, because this is also said to be a popular site for the tourists and also for the pilgrims there. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was just there at the Muktinath temple just a few weeks back. Shiva. All right, so there are at least said to be 3 Japanese nationals on board, 4 of them Indian nationals, rest of them are said to be citizens of Nepal. We were just listening from the civil aviation minister there of Nepal, who has confirmed that they are carrying out search operations. There have been private choppers and choppers from the army that has been deployed for this rescue mission that is taking place as we speak. And as we are gathering more information, Yuvraj Kadel, who is the vice person with us from Nepal Air Association. Yuvraj, can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Yes. Yeah. Can you give us more information, because still very sketchy details that are coming in. What may have happened?
Yeah, actually, today, this morning, that's 9 November Alpha Echo Tango aircraft of Tara Air. They just lost their connection in between 18 minutes after flying from Pohara to Jomsom, and the pilot was Captain Prabhakar Himere, first officer was Mr. Pokhara, and after 18 minutes, Pohara Tower and Jomsom Tower, they just reported that there is no communication between aircraft and tower, and now the 2-3 choppers are in the area. That's the way. Just the aircraft is already crashed in Larging area. That's very near to Leyte, near to that Leyte area. This is near to Jomsom, but Gasa, Leyte, and then Larging. This Larging point is a very mountainous area.
Right.
There they just found the aircraft. It's been crashed.
So the plane that took off from Pokhara had gone out of contact little after 10 a.m. on entering the Mustang airspace, what is being said. Yuvraj, thank you very much for speaking to us here on Times Now, continuously getting those live updates after a short break. Stay tuned.